What up, world? Wair18 back at it again. Welcome to the episode. This is, I think, episode 6 of my newer podcast. I recently downloaded several of my episodes from YouTube that I put in podcast form. It's me talking live at the beginning and at the end, but in the middle is all stuff that I did on YouTube. I thought they were very interesting topics that didn't get a lot of play on YouTube, and I thought I would bring it over to a podcast because I think it works good in podcast form. So check those episodes out. Check out my other episodes. I think you will definitely enjoy them. I give a little piece of myself, tell you about myself, why I'm doing this journey and shit like that. Today's episode is going to be about my journey in gambling. But first I want to talk about what I'm going to do in this episode a little different. So I'm going to add some background music to this episode. It's going to be real low, but you can definitely hear it. No singing, just instrumentals. I find it very soothing to hear somebody talk, especially in a one-on-one, and then having the background music play while I'm listening to a podcast. I like it, and I think you guys will like it also. That's what I do in a lot of my videos on YouTube and Instagram. So let me know in the comments if you guys like the background music or not. I'm a big fan of it. It just sounds better having the light background music while somebody speaks. So like I said, this episode I'm going to talk about my gambling adventures and how gambling transformed my life, not for the better, how I got out of it, and the struggles with gambling addiction. It's a semi-serious topic, but it's also a fun ride because I have a lot of great stories about my gambling, and I have some not so great stories about my gambling. So let's get into that now. So I turned 21 in 2001. My first time gambling, I went to the Orleans Casino, which is a casino off the strip in Las Vegas. I didn't know anything about gambling at all. I never gambled before I turned 21. I used to make like little $5 bets with my friend or whatever, with my friends in high school or whatever. Nothing big, like $1 or whatever. Nothing huge. But this was the first time I actually bet real money. I didn't know exactly how much to bet. I didn't know what to bet. But I had seen roulette. And I remember the scene in Passenger 57, Wesley Snipes always bet on black.
You ever play roulette? On occasion. Well, let me give you a word of advice. Always bet on black.
So I go to the Orleans Casino, and I find a roulette wheel, and there's nobody there. So I'm like, oh shit, this is cool. I take out $20 because $20 was a lot to me back in the day. And all I'm betting is red and black. I was there for about an hour and a half. By the time I was done, I was up $450 from just betting black and red. No numbers at all. I didn't bet not one number. Black and red the whole fucking time. I was like, this shit is that easy? You can make $450 off of $20 that easy? And from that moment, I was fucking hooked. So I'm gambling every day. Not every day, but every now and then. Especially living off that $450. So that $450 was having me gamble like a lot. And I wasn't really losing. I would leave even. At the time, if I was leaving up like $50, I was like, that's good. And I suddenly got into this losing streak. So no matter what I was doing, I was fucking losing. I was like, fuck, this shit sucks. I was in the military at the time too. So I was like, fuck, this shit sucks. I guess gambling ain't as good as it was. As it turns out to be. So I started gambling with one of my boys. He had just turned 21, and he had a car. I didn't have a car, so any place I went to gamble, I was going with somebody else. So we went to Sam's Town. That's where we started playing, and he was playing. I told him, yo, I was playing roulette, and I can't lose. It's a fucking good game. So we went. My man Virgil, he's like one of my best friends or whatever. So we went gambling. And we fucking lost our ass off. I think we lost $100. And losing $100 in 2001 was a lot. It was like, holy shit, we just lost $100. It's a lot of money to lose. And he lost. And he was like, he still loved doing it because that dopamine feeling or whatever when you win. So he didn't win for like the first 2 weeks of gambling. He finally got to a win or whatever. So we go on, and one day we go to the Aladdin. It was called the Aladdin. It's called something else now. Oh, they changed it back to Aladdin. Whatever. So we go to Aladdin, and this is the first time I had ever played blackjack. I was playing roulette, and he was losing. So he's like, "Let me go to this I'm gonna go somewhere else." So he goes to the blackjack table. And it's a 6-deck blackjack table with different rules. Like the Joker is a wild card or some bullshit. So I'm losing every lesson. I'm looking for him. I'm like, what the fuck? I never played blackjack before. He's sitting at the blackjack table. He has a pile of fucking chips. I'm like, God damn. So I sit down with my little $30, and I was not doing anything right. Like everything you could do wrong. I was hitting 16 with a 6 showing. I was hitting 12 with a fucking 6 showing. I was doing everything wrong and winning. And I thought I was doing the right thing. I was like, holy shit. So that day he ended up winning a couple $100, and I ended up winning a couple $100 playing blackjack. And that all of a sudden became my game. So I studied everything about blackjack. I wanted to know everything there was to know about this fucking game because I fell in love with it from that day. And we would go playing bad games. We didn't know what was a bad game or not. We would play 6 to 5 and shit like that. And we really didn't know all the rules, but I started to get better. I started learning all the rules, learning when not to hit, learning when to stay. I started to learn how to count cards. I became fucking real good at counting cards. Like I can keep those numbers in my head like easy. And I became real good at like seeing the numbers before they put the cards down. They was like if somebody have a 4 and then the next card come out at 14, 7, whatever. People on the table like, damn, you count fast. I'm like, I've been doing it for a while. So I became one of those guys that thought they knew the game so well that they can always win. But the thing they don't tell you about counting cards is it's not a guaranteed win. So I'm playing blackjack and I'm thinking I know the cards. And you have those bad days where you win a lot, but over time, I guess, if you continue playing the right way, it works out where you have a slight advantage over the house. I remember one day, I was at the Cannery casino and I was doing so good. The pit boss actually came over to me and said, and I knew the pit boss, he was real cool with me, we would talk all the time or whatever, and I was always at the Cannery or whatever. He was like, Anthony, I see what you're doing. You gotta stop doing that. We're gonna have to tell you to get out of here. And I was only up like a couple $100. I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, I know what you're doing. You putting more money when your count is high, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right. It's funny because that day I ended up losing because I didn't have the fucking run went bad. But anyway, that's not the point. So I became a problem gambler. I was gambling a lot. So there's a situation. So me and my ex-wife, we had a joint bank account. My first joint bank account, usually I have all my money to myself, and we had a certain amount of money in there. And one night I had went gambling, and I had lost so bad, I had cleared out my whole bank account. And then I was like, fuck, we got this money in this other account. I can take some money out and then just put it back before she even finds out. So I'm gambling the whole night, and I get home at like 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. I had lost every fucking penny. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I have no clue what I'm gonna do. So I go to work the next morning, and my ex-wife goes to like Walmart or whatever to buy something with the joint account. And she goes to swipe the fucking card. This is so bad. And it's declined. And she's like, no, this can't be declined. We got blah, blah, blah in the account. So she swiped again, and it's declined. And she was so fucking embarrassed. She was like, she called me after she left. She's like, what the fuck happened to the money? And you know how that goes. That was a huge argument. I spent all the money. Luckily, she had another account with her money in it, and she was able to pay for the groceries that she had. But she said she was so embarrassed being in that grocery store and not being able to pay for the money when she knew she had the money. So that was the beginning of me fucking up the money. This gambling thing is truly like being on drugs. You think the highs don't outnumber the lows. I've had nights where I walked away from the table with $15,000. So there was this one night I was just on the fucking best roll of my life. I was hitting all the side bets. I was doing everything, and I won $15,000. That's the biggest win I ever had in one night. And so I go back to the casino the next day. I lose $1,000, and I'm fine. I'm like, all right, that's fine. By the end of the week, I had lost every fucking dime plus $5,000 of my own money. That's how quickly that money goes, just from playing blackjack too. And that game is so addictive. It's so fun. And I'm not like one of those people that go to the casino and have fun with the people. I'm like dead serious when I'm at the table. I'm not joking with nobody. I'm not talking to the fucking other people at the table. I've made friends at the blackjack table that have the same mindset as me, but I'm not that guy that's all happy-go-lucky at the blackjack table. I'm the guy that's sitting there getting my cards and moving to the next hand. I'm trying to get shit going. I'm trying to get shit moving. I hate when I have a slow dealer, or I hate when people come to the table and slow down the game. That's why usually I'm playing at the high limit tables, because I can't deal with the small players. If I have to go to a small table and like the $5 a hand table, I'm fucking miserable because it's just too slow and too many people, and people not playing the right way. And I like playing the game the right way. The only thing I deviate when I play blackjack is I don't hit 16. That's the only one I don't hit. Everything else I play the right way. I don't know why I don't hit 16. I just don't. But that's not the point. So the gambling thing was definitely a hard thing, especially on my marriage and bills. Nigga, I remember one day I gambled my whole fucking check, and I didn't have the rent money. I'd gambled the fucking rent money. Can you believe that shit? Luckily for us, we had a rental house. They let me pay the rent on my next check. But this happened several times. When I found out that I can do that, it happened multiple times when I would lose the rent money and be able to fucking pay it late. So this gambling thing is not a fun thing. The next part of the story is crazy. I started playing craps. So I was burnt out with blackjack. I was like, this fucking game fucking sucks. I can't win. And I'm noticing every time I go to the blackjack table, the craps table is always full. There's so many people yelling and shit. It was like amazing. I was like, damn, maybe I should start fucking playing craps. So I don't know anything about craps. The first time I play, I go to the table. I wanted to go when there was nobody there for I can learn. So I went. It was like 1 a.m. and there was literally nobody at the table. And I was like, how does this game go? And the fucking dealers was cool. Of course, they want you to learn the game before they can get your money. So I'm learning, and I'm learning how to throw the dice. So this was at Sam's Town. I learned how to play craps at Sam's Town because I live like down the street. So I'm learning. I'm watching videos on how to throw the dice and shit, and I become a pretty good dice thrower or whatever. So the first time I really get into it, I hold my dice and I hold them in a certain way, and I just like this, just grip them. I try to put them close together. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I try to put them close together and toss it and lightly hit the wall so they don't spin or whatever. And when I was doing this at Sam's Town, I would throw that shit dumb high, and it would hit the wall. And the first time I started doing that, I had an incredible run. I won like $1,000 in like fucking 20 minutes. From throwing the dice like that, because I was doing everything. I was doing the hard eights and all that bullshit. And the pit boss was like, yo, you can't throw the dice like that. You can't have the dice go up in the air like that. That just fucked up my whole fucking throwing motion. I couldn't throw anymore. So I'm still playing craps. And I go to the Cannery one day. This is the casino in North Las Vegas. And this is probably one of the greatest craps throwing days I've ever had in my life. So I'm at the craps table. I'm the only one there right at this moment. And this guy comes up. I guess he was a high spender or whatever. He had a $50,000 marker. And I'm throwing a dice. And every time I hit a number, this motherfucker's tossing me a $100 chip. I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, yo, keep doing that. You're doing fucking good. He was making like $1,000 a roll or whatever. And he was throwing me a $100 chip. I was like, holy shit, I'm getting nervous and shit. So I'm throwing for like 10, 15 minutes. He made like $7,000 or some shit. But this is not where the story ends. My roll was over. So the table's starting to fill up, and this Asian man comes over, and he throws the dice all crazy. He grips them and does all kinds of shit, put his hands behind it, and he throws it. This motherfucker rolled for like 30 to 45 minutes. It was the best roll I've ever seen in my fucking life. So they had the fire bets where if you bet minimum of $1 and you hit all your points on all the points on the table, it pays like 1,001. I had $2 on the fire bet when he started, and the guy that had the $50,000 bankroll, this nigga was betting big on this dude. By the time, like in the middle of the roll, the table had filled up, right? And the table was so crowded, it was so much money. You could see the fucking blank spots where the fucking chips were. Almost all the chips were gone. This motherfucker was rolling. And then the $50,000 dude was like, $100 hard 8 for everybody at the table. Or was it $10? $10 hard 8 for everybody. $10 hard 8 hopping. A hopping bet is you have to throw the dice and hit an 8 on the roll, on the same roll. He's like, $10 hard bet hopping. And then somebody was passing by. He's like, $10 for that guy hopping too. So it had to be like fucking 25 people at the table. That's like $250, some shit like that. And I already had my hard 8. I had like $25 on my regular hard 8. And then a $10 hopping, that's fucking amazing. So the dude does his thing, right? He throws the dice. Nigga, why? He hit a hard 8 hopping. The table went fucking crazy. It was like I was at a fucking basketball game. It was amazing. I have never seen nothing like that in my fucking life. So he throws that fucking hard 8. The table goes crazy. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody's getting paid. So I had the hard 8 hopping. I had my regular hard 8. And I had a fucking $100 8. I fucking cleaned up. Everybody cleaned up. He threw the dice for another like 10 minutes or whatever. And everybody quit. They were like, no fucking way. Nobody's going to fucking back this shit up. It's never going to happen again. So I go to cash out. I cashed out with $10,700 or some shit. And the big dude doubled his money. He made like $70,000 or whatever. Everybody at the table made money. So I want to push my luck. I come back the next day early, like it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and nobody was there. So I'm playing by myself, not doing too well. And then the guy that won the money came back again. So I'm like, oh shit, this could be another big payday. So I'm throwing the dice, and he's doing the same thing he did yesterday, throwing me a $100 chip every time. But I'm not doing that good today. And I was there for like an hour, and he ended up losing every fucking penny. He lost the $70,000 he won the day before, and he lost the $50,000 market that he got. So he walks away. I'm like, God damn, I was already down 1,000. But I said, I want to stay for a little while. The table got hot. I won another $5,000 that day. It was fucking amazing. People just came over and the fucking dice was rolling. And I was like, damn, if this nigga would have stayed another hour, he would have fucking got all his money back. The way he was betting. And that was then fucking craps got bad. And I became terrible at craps. I couldn't throw the dice anymore. I just never could get a rhythm after that. I stopped playing craps at that point. I went back to blackjack, and I wanted to learn poker, but I was like, nah, I don't think I want to learn poker because that's not good for me. I think I would be good at it, but I don't think I would. It's my thing. So I never learned poker, and I continued to play blackjack, and so I went through a bout of depression, lost a couple of jobs. And I was still playing. Then COVID happened and everything was shut down. And that was the first time in a long time that I didn't play any blackjack or anything for consecutive months. It was like refreshing. I was saving money. I felt better. And then after COVID, I got a new job. I broke up with my kid's mom, and I met this other girl the woman that I'm currently with now. And she was like, I'm not having this gambling shit. She's like, we can't do that. That's not going to be a thing for us. She was like, you're going to have to give up the gambling shit or me. And I was like, I guess I'm going to give up gambling. And I haven't gambled in 2 years. Like, I haven't gambled. I haven't went to the casino and wanted to gamble. I have no urge to play blackjack or craps or anything. I can go to the casino and watch somebody play and not want to play. It's just how I'm built. I can just give up something that I've been doing for a long time and not have any residual effects. Like, I don't have to go play blackjack. I don't have to play craps. I realized that shit almost destroyed me, playing that shit every fucking day for over 20 years. And to find a woman that says it's either you or me, I couldn't give her up. So I had to fucking give up the gambling. And I feel better. We go on a lot of trips. We fucking go to fucking... I had never been to an NBA game before I met her. We go to a lot of sporting events. We do a lot of shit that I wouldn't have been able to do if I continued gambling, because I would have been losing. I wouldn't have the fucking money to do that. And I feel so fucking... so much better in my life. It's not a lot of anxiety. I don't have to go gamble. I don't feel like I have to gamble. Like, when I was gambling, I felt like I had to go gamble to make money. Like, I was making enough money where I didn't have to gamble, but I would gamble so much that I never had any money, so I had to fucking gamble. So it was probably a blessing for me to find her and to have her in my life where I don't feel the urge to gamble, because it's not a good thing if you can't control yourself, and I could not control myself doing that shit. And like I said, I can go to a casino. I even watch people gamble online, and I'm like, damn, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't hit that. That's as close as I get to gambling in real life, because I like watching it from afar, but not being involved in it. So I usually watch those fucking videos of people like Casino King and people. I like to watch like real gamblers. I don't like fucking dickhead gamblers. Like, I watch Casino King because he seems like a legit cool, good person, and a couple more channels that I watch because they seem like I watch DJ and Adult, and I don't like watching dicks, so I don't watch gambling shows with people that I think are dicks. That's gonna do it for the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, gambling is definitely an addiction that you don't want to get involved with. It will destroy your fucking life if you can't maintain it. I see people that gamble and lose everything. You lose fucking everything. Oh, one more last story before I fucking go. My bad. So I'm gambling at Santa Fe one night with me. It's me and my ex-wife, and we're winning a little bit here and there. And we're sitting with this lady, and she's literally at the table crying, and she's still gambling. She's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just lost everything. I lost every penny in my bank account. My husband's gonna kill me. And she's dedicated. Yo, these casinos are fucking ruthless. They will give you a marker even when they see you're fucking losing. And she kept getting like $10,000 markers and losing every hand. I felt so bad because she was doing everything right and she was losing every fucking hand. I was like, God damn. And the fucking pit boss kept giving her fucking markers. Like, how? Like, why would you do that? She's clearly crying at the fucking table playing blackjack, and you still giving her markers to gamble with. It should be fucking illegal. I got so upset, but I can't get upset at them because it's her decision to stop gambling. So I just wanted to get that story in. She was losing every fucking penny. She lost every hand. We was at the table for like 45 minutes. I think she won 2 hands out of that whole 45 minutes playing with her. And she kept getting markers. It was insane. And I never wanted to get to that level. I never even got a marker in my life. I probably could have gotten several, but I never got a marker because I didn't want to pay back the casino. I guess the interest is super high. But I just want to get that story in. That was one of the things that I saw that told me that I shouldn't be gambling because it was fucking terrible. But like I said, that's going to do it for the podcast. Thank you guys for watching or listening on Apple and Spotify. Follow me at Wair18Talks on all platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. That's where I do my Family Guy stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll get you guys on the next one. Later.